Hello and welcome everybody to... Is this Paul playing Magic Online? Yep, well it is. Right now I am still very much testing for the Pro Tour in Atlanta. The format's going to be modern, so as a way for me to prepare for the event and also showcase some content, I'm actually going to be doing a deck tech and some gameplay with one of the easier decks probably to play in the entire format, but it's still a very powerful one in Eldrazi Tron. Now, one of the first decks I tried to play was Amulet Titan. No shot. I am not smart enough to play that deck, so if somebody plays it, we're just going to follow them during the Pro Tour. But let's just kick things off here. This is a very, very powerful deck. We've seen iterations of this in the past. This is a fully colorless version of the deck. Starting things off, of course, most importantly, I think, is the mana base here. We have, of course, all 12 of the Tron pieces for the ability to get to the late game with all the mana here. We have 4 copies of Ugin's Labyrinth. This is a really cool one. Basically, when you play it, it taps for colorless mana, but if you imprint a 7 mana colorless card, it can tap for 2 mana. And this is a deck that's playing no shortage of 7-drops here. We'll get to them a little bit later, but we do have 10 7-drops, so oftentimes this will get us 2 mana. Then we have 4 copies of Eldrazi Temple, which is a really nice mana source as well, because a lot of our expensive cards are Eldrazi cards, noting that we have, Fleshraker, Thought-Knots here, Devourer of Destiny, and Sire of Seven Deaths, and Kozilek's Command. So Temple also extremely strong. Then you need a couple of basics here, which can help. We have 1 Swamp and a Wastes to help against various like Ghost Quarter type effects, and also cards like Blood Moon. As far as basic lands goes, Swamp is the best option here because you can every now and then cast Dismember for black mana. So that's the mana base. Basically, you just want to get one of the Tron or a bunch of mana going, then basically play all your expensive cards. At 1 mana, we have 4 copies of Expedition Map. This is, of course, a staple in every Tron deck that you've seen over the last 10 years, basically. But you play this, you help find Tron pieces. If you're very far away from getting Tron, I have also used this to get an Ugin's Labyrinth or an Eldrazi Temple as well. So just a very versatile land. Versatile map, rather. You can just use it to get whatever mana you need. Then we have 4 copies of Mindstone. As you can tell, the mana curve of this deck is a little bit weird, right? We don't have a lot of things to do early, and Mindstone is one of the better ways for us to, have a way to generate colorless mana to help cast our Eldrazi spells. But also, it cycles in the late game, but it's just, there's not that many other 2 mana options. So this is a good way to ramp into our 4 mana plays. Then we have 1 copy of Warping Whale. This is just like, we had a free flex slot. This is a nice little interactive spell. Every now and then, if you play the 1, you can get your opponents. You can counter sorceries. You can ramp. You can make a 1/1 to trade. It's very, very solid. 3 copies of Dismember as our only interactive spell, right? If your opponent plays like a turn 1 Ragavan or a Tamiyo or something, it's nice to just be able to have some kind of removal spell for those decks, and that's why there's 3 copies of Dismember. And this is kind of the spot where there's a lot of flexibility amongst all the Eldrazi Tron players. There is, in my opinion, the easier version, which is 4 copies of Glaring Fleshraker. I mean, your entire deck is colorless, and what Glaring Fleshraker does is a 3-mana 2/2. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you can make an 0/1 Eldrazi spawn, which is very, very good. And then whenever a colorless creature you control enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So oftentimes you can play this on turn 2 if you get an Ugin's Labyrinth or an Eldrazi Temple in play. And then if they don't kill it, you can kind of snowball the game with this and just generate a ton of mana, right? Anytime you play a map, a Mindstone, basically 90% of your deck, anytime you play something, you get another token, which helps you kind of chump, right? Because not many decks can beat this game in the late game, and by playing this early and making a bunch of chump blockers, it can go a long way. Moving into our 4 mana slot, this is where we start getting to the meat of our deck. We have 4 copies of Thought-Knots here. This card is just fantastic. It's just a ginormous creature that you can sometimes play on turn 2 if you get a Temple or a Labyrinth going. Just a really good interactive creature to get the best card out of your opponent's hand. Then we have 4 copies of Karn the Great Creator. This card is so strong, and one of the most, if not the most important card in this deck. It allows you to play like a 15-card sideboard. It gives you answers to all kinds of tough combo-y decks, and also just lets you win the game by itself. If you have a ton of mana in Karn, you can go ahead and fetch one of your expensive cards to try to win the game. So this card's awesome. Really, really strong. Moving on to our really, really expensive cards, we have 4 copies of Devourer of Destiny. This card is really, really solid. It's a 7-drop, which works well with the Ugin's Labyrinth, but if you have it in your opener, it lets you keep worse opening hands. Like if you have an opening hand that doesn't have a Temple or an Ugin's Labyrinth, you can still keep it if you have a couple of lands in a Devour of Destiny, because this gives you a really good chance at finding one of these lands that generate 2 mana, which is really nice. And then of course in the late game, you can also just cast this for more value. It's an Eldrazi, which also works really well with the Temple. Also, we have 1 copy of All Is Dust. Some decks play 0, some decks play 1, some decks play 2. It's just a really good sweeper to have. Another card that you can cast because it's an Eldrazi spell off of Temple, but also something that you can imprint onto the Ugin's Labyrinth. Then 2 copies of Sire of 7 Deaths. Same thing, right? Just a giant creature. If you ever play against anything remotely aggressive and they don't have a way to kill this, you just win the game, right? It's a 7/7 life linker. Ward, pay 7 life, really, really gigantic. Then we have 3 copies of Ugin. I've considered playing 4 copies. This card's really, really fun. 7-drop. We've seen this played in I mean, this is a relatively new card, very strong card. It's kind of replaced Karn as the 7-mana planeswalker of choice because it pretty much kills whatever Karn would kill for the most part. Now, Karn is better for the mirror, but this gains you life. And, this is the perfect way to kind of stabilize the board. It stabilizes the board instantly and gets you 9 loyalty. And of course, your whole deck is colorless. So you can just wipe out your opponent's entire board by casting Ugin, getting 3 colorless mana, and playing some other spells. So really, really good way to win the game as well. Then we have 4 copies of Kozilek's Command. This card's amazing. This deck's very, very capable of generating tons of mana. And when you do, you can make infinite blockers. It also functions as graveyard hate. It can draw you some cards. You can even just cast this for 2 mana to cycle if you need. And then it's also a removal spell. So super flexible card, super powerful, especially, again, Eldrazi spell, works with the Eldrazi Temple. If you get this early, you can kill a 1-drop on turn 2, and then also draw a card in Scry 1, which is really, really nice. All right, now we're going to go into our sideboard suite. And if you notice, these are all 1-ofs for the most part, because we have 4 copies of Karn, the Great Creator. So, starting things off with Graveyard Hate, Tormod's Crypt, and Grafdigger's Cage. Makes a lot of sense. 1 copy of Vexing Bauble to search as well. This is very, very good against the free spell decks, namely decks that are looking to play cards like Subtlety, Solitude, stuff of that nature. The Vexing Bauble can be quite strong. Also free spells, right? If you're like, cascading into something, it's also very good. Now, this is a card that you're playing 3 copies of. Some people play 2, but this is Disruptor Flute. This is a very, very good answer. Now, this deck has trouble with cheap planeswalkers early and other activated abilities. We have Dismember for removal, but that's what you have the Disruptor Flutes for. You can bring this in. After sideboard, you can even bring in maybe like 2 copies of this and still keep 1 to search for with the Karn, but a good interactive spell against various combo decks. Liquid Metal Coating. This card's really, really nice. It's one of the first things you actually get when you have Karn the Great Creator. Karn the Great Creator plus Liquid Metal Coating allows you to basically shut off your opponent's land, right? And additionally, if you have Karn and Liquid Metal Coating, you can kill a land every single turn, right? You go Liquid Metal Coating, target your opponent's land, it becomes an artifact, then you turn that artifact into a creature, right? And it becomes a 0/0 and it dies. So this is like the best card in the mirror specifically, where you can just start shutting down all their lands. We have Stonebrain for various combo decks, Torpor Orb for other combo decks with creatures that come into play, Ensnaring Bridge for the aggressive decks because, well, you play this, they can't attack you. Trinisphere for other combo decks or decks, if I have gotten this many, many times against Storm decks. It's obviously insane. But even decks that are looking to play free spells or a lot of cheap spells, the Trinisphere can be good. Then we have some of our win conditions here. We have Cityscape Leveler. This is a nice catch-all. You play this, it can just basically kill any problematic permanent. And if you're playing against a deck with counter magic, you can still unearth it on the following turn to kill something that you need. Then we have Extinguisher Battleship. This is a new addition, another large sweeper effect. This one's nice because even if you're playing against an aggro deck and you have a ton of mana, you can play this to just wipe out the entire board. We have Chalice of the Void for various combo strategies, and 1 copy of Walking Ballista, because if you have a bunch of mana and you have to kill a bunch of little things, but let's say you don't have 8 mana, you can just go get a Walking Ballista to ping things down. So that's the nature of the deck. I think it's really sweet. It's fairly easy to play. Let's hop into a league and see how we do. Alrighty, we are on the play. Excuse me, while I have not really been playing a ton of Magic Online. As you know, I mostly play Arena, so I might be a little bit slow with everything. So please excuse me. All right, this hand has 2 Tron lands and an Eldrazi Temple, so certainly going to keep this. Like, these lands that generate 2 mana is really, really important. And with Devour of Destiny in our opening hand, hopefully we can find like an Expedition map or just naturally find a tower. That would be extremely strong. So we're going to keep this. All right, reveal this. Okay. And I believe we went first, so... All right, what do we have? Don't need the power plant. Don't care about Warping Whale so much. There is Ugin's Labyrinth, and there's also Eldrazi Temple. Both of those are fine options. I'm just wondering which one I would rather have. It's kind of close, right? I'm going to go with the Temple. I'm not 100% on that, but I want to just be able to cast all of my spells. Like, all the cards in my hand are Eldrazi, which is why I'm going to do it that way. But for all you Eldrazi aficionados, let me know. Would you have kept the Labyrinth there? I can certainly exile one of these cards. I think it's pretty close. Now, the cards, for example, if I draw like a Karn, then I wouldn't be able to play it early. But I think that's going to be okay. For example, turn 2, I can just Kozilek's Command, right? For 2, which is going to be quite strong. Our opponent leading with an untapped Steam Vent, so I don't know what they have there. Maybe it's a Consigned to Memory, I believe that's the card. Do people main deck that card? I'm not entirely sure. But here, end of turn, if they play nothing, we can still go ahead and make 2 0-1s and... I mean, think about it. Turn 2, making 2 0-1 spawn and scrying 2 and drawing a card is kind of busted. That is like an insane spell. That you can play things to cards like the Eldrazi Temple. Right, Shiv and Reef. Lava Spur Boots, okay. I don't actually know what they're playing, just so you know. I'm still learning the modern format, okay? I'm recording this, I still have a couple of weeks before the Pro Tour, but all right, let's do this. Target player makes X01 spawn, and then target player scries X draws a card. Let's cast this, target ourselves twice, and hope this resolves. It resolved, okay. Well, that is another Eldrazi Temple. I think I'm kind of interested in that. I don't care about the Mind Stone. I mean, this is kind of crazy. And there's the Karn the Great Creator. Yeah, I mean, I just want to play a Sire of Seven Deaths here, right? Turn 3, okay? I mean, think about it. Turn 3, like, they could have countered this or whatever, but turn 3, I am playing a Sire of Seven Deaths. That seems really strong. I could have also played Karn, but I would have had to sack both of my spawn, so it felt a little bit weaker. Mox Opal. Ornithop. Oh, so it's like an affinity deck? But with Lava Spur Boots, this is like the card that doesn't make sense to me. And again, excuse me, like this might be like a combo deck, just because, yeah, I don't know what's happening. Also, Affinity is probably the worst matchup, just because, like, I have a lot of things that kill colorless permanents. So that's not ideal. And I just cut the Filigree Silex thing, which is also not ideal. All right, well, they've drawn a bunch of cards. Now that I know that they're for sure Affinity, I am going to slam this Karn the Great Creator. And it should be pretty good. But, I mean, Urza Saga is also insane here, right? So... Okay, Lava Spur Boots. And I don't think I have a Pithing Needle, so... Alright, so I can play a Devourer of Destinies, but I can't kill... Well, I guess I could technically kill this, but it's not particularly strong. Let's attack. Does this have reach? I just assume it has everything. Let's play Karn. I don't think I need to minus right now. So let's just... Oh, I can take this off, right? Yeah, let's just kill Mox Opal. Even though they can't use it, like if they somehow do kill the Karn, like I can just get rid of the Mox Opal. But this Urza Saga is going to be gigantic. But next turn, I have access to 6 mana, so I have to think about what I can get with the Karn. I can get Liquid Metal Coating, but that doesn't turn it off immediately. Damn it, why didn't I get the Silex? Or rather, I don't have Silex left in my deck. I mean, I do have Kozilek's Command for the first Urza Saga, I will say. Whoa, is this a War of Invention? Oh, Kappa Cannoneer. Sure. It's just a 5/5 for now. Oh, I see. I see. I see. They can give it haste. Tormod's Crypt. Oh, no, they can't. They can't give it haste. I have Karn in play. So this generates me mana, right? Like, well, if I tap these 3, it actually generates me 4 mana for 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I technically have access to 7 mana. Yeah, but this is obviously a very, very key turn here where I need to be very, very mindful of what I search for here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts. So it would be a 7/7. Now, I can just play Devourer of Destiny. And what is the ward? Oh, never mind. It's ward 4. Holy cow. Okay. Lots of good options here. I mean, Walking Ballista seems like a really great way to try to like finish them off. I also have the thing is I'm really far away from casting like the really big expensive cards. I guess if I play a land, I have access to 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Do I have a 7-drop I can play this turn? Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I mean, I can certainly play it next turn too, right? There's also Cityscape Leveler, which is really interesting. Maybe that's better. Although wiping the board seems really strong too. Actually, I'm just going to take the Battleship. All right. So let's play Power Plant here. Attack. Because this, I can kill it with this, right? So before blocks, let's cast this for 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. Exile target creature mana value X or less. Creates X. Okay. Choose player, me. Choose a permanent there. 2, 4, 6. All right. I mean, I suppose actually this was a mistake too. Yeah, this was a mistake too. What I could have done is actually just get a Walking Ballista, and that would have just won the game, right? Assuming they don't block. So, I just didn't need to search for Karn right away. That's just my inexperience. Like, I didn't know what I was going to get, so I just used it. But what I should have done is just attack with Sire of Seven Deaths. They make the token, and then I just use Kozilek's command to kill the token, see if they block. If they don't block, I get Ballista. If they do block, then I can just go get the Extinguisher Battleship. Man, being on the draw against this deck is a nightmare though, because I just don't have very many good ways to fight this deck on the draw. All right. Yeah, I was 1 mana away from casting the Battleship, but I mean, I'm at 34 life and I have an active Karn. It just feels like it's going to be really hard for them to actually kill me, but I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, the way that I look at this is if they use the Kappa Cannoneer to kill my Karn, then I can use the Battleship to wipe out the board, other than the Cannoneer, right? And then kill them. Oh, wow. Shadow Spear. But it costs how much to equip? 2. So they need a land. Do they have the mana to equip it? Yeah, not getting the Ballista there obviously feels very bad. I do need to be mindful of Metallic Rebuke. I do need to be mindful of that. Okay. So this doesn't quite... Wait, hold on. This deals 4 damage to everything. So it kills 4... Oh, it's still... Is this still big enough? 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, I guess it is. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, I can kill the Shadow Spear. 7, 8. If I kill the Shadow Spear, they'll have... It's a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4? Okay, yeah. Good. All right, well, I had like the best possible draw, and I feel like that was still a close one. All right, how are we going to sideboard here? Well, All Is Dust seems quite bad, as like it just gets very, very few things. Chalice of the Void is an interesting card, but I don't know how good it is on the draw. Actually, Vexing Bauble is probably better, because like I just play it, and then if they don't play all their 0 drops early, or If they draw some in the late game, this can do stuff. Crypt doesn't do anything. Cage doesn't do anything. Orb, Stone Brain, Coding. These are options for sure. There's Walking Ballista. Ensnaring Bridge I want to search for. Trinisphere I don't care for. I'm wondering if I want one of these like expensive like 8 drops. This I'm not going to get. So the considerations here are basically these cards. The Battleship also I should probably leave as something to search for. I mean, the thing is, this deck doesn't really need to sideboard very much. Sire of Seven Deaths is good. Ugin is like... the nice thing about the Ugin is it's not going to kill anything, but, I mean, it's just, like, gigantic, and it gains me life and draws me cards. But that being said, I don't know how many of these I want. Like, I can probably shave one. I'll keep the Warping Whale. And maybe I want just, like, a Walking Ballista or something to just naturally draw. To be able to just play it and kill a bunch of things. And I don't think I want the Flute. I mean, naming Urza's Saga is pretty good, I suppose. Devour of Destiny also looks really bad. Like, all of these seem bad. Like, the only reason why I want to play them is because I have Ugin's Labyrinth. I mean, maybe I still board in the Chalice. Cut, like, some of these. How do I win, then? I'll keep a third one, like just to have this in the opener and use it for the Ugin's Labyrinth, but maybe shaving one is okay. This is where, like, obviously me not knowing how to sideboard in the matchup obviously is something. But the nice thing is this deck, like I said, doesn't need to sideboard too much. All right, well, I mean, this is certainly a keepable hand. We have 2 lands, one of which is an Eldrazi Temple, and so we have and Dismember. So Dismember potentially lets us kill a key creature, and then turn 2, we can either play Mind Stone or Walking Ballista for 1 and then run out some Thought-Knot Seers. All right, they kept, so I'm not feeling very good about my... Like, this deck is just so explosive. It's so hard. I don't know how popular Affinity is, but, I mean, this would be the reason to play, like, a Filigree Silex in the sideboard. But the very nature of this deck makes it hard for you to deal with a deck that's got a bunch of 0s and 1s when you're on the draw. Okay. No creature. That at least helps. I'm going to play Temple. I can't play anything. Okay, Steam Vents. They have access to 2 mana here. And Thoughtcast. Okay. Hey, you know what? This was a relatively slower draw from the opponent, which we love. I mean, what if I just draw another Eldrazi Temple off the top? That'd be sweet. We did not. It's okay. We'll play Mind Stone. So, you know, at least we can, like, somewhat keep up with them. The issue is that their deck actually has a lot of card draw. Karn off the top would be great. That's an Ornithopter, sure. So now they have access to 3 mana with the Springleaf Drum. Also noting that they didn't sack the Mishra's Bauble, so they're keeping it as a resource to play something big. Kappa Cannoneer, possibly. That's a Cranial Plating. Into Thought Monitor. Jesus. Okay. I could have killed the Ornithopter in response, I guess. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered. All right, well, I'm going to just dismember this now. I feel like using every bit of my mana is very important here. That is a Mind Stone. Okay. So I can either play Thought-Knot Seer... Well, yeah, I can actually do that. I can go Thought-Knot Seer, take the most important card out of their hand, and then still keep up Dismember for the Ornithopter. What you got? That's a Thoughtcast. Well, they have an Otawara and an Urza Saga, both of which are obviously very, very good. I'm actually just going to kill this now. Shuts off the Springleaf Drum. And so they have Urza Saga and Otawara. Okay. Next turn we can go Mind Stone plus another Thought-Knot Seer. Or we can just top deck Karn. I would accept that. I would allow that. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, do you like Disruptor Flute here for Saga and Cranial Plating? It's weird, right? Like, maybe it's good? And they're still keeping the Bauble in play. Just going to play this Thought-Knot here. All right, they drew another land. We can play a Mind Stone. Just pass. I mean, the creature they make will be gigantic here. Okay, Odawara, sure. I mean, unclear also, like, whether or not I should sack this Mind Stone, right? Like an Ugin off the top would be good. Yeah, I mean, Urza Saga is a big problem for me. Outside of my Kozilek's return, so maybe I want the Flute? I don't know. It is kind of clunky, but still technically like an answer to... Like, it does answer a lot of these things. Wow, another Urza Saga? That's rough. That's a 5/5. Okay. It's a 10/5. Okay. They have a Shivan Reef in their hand. It's another Mind Stone. And an Urza's Mine. So what? Shivan Reef and Unknown in their hand. I can play a Walking Ballista for 3, but that's not especially effective. Yeah, I mean, the Sagas just beat me. Guess we'll play another one. Steam Vents and Shivan Reef. Okay. Play a Ballista for 2. It is crazy to just like single-handedly lose to Urza Saga. But that is what's happening right now. So they're certainly going to... Yeah, I mean... They're definitely going to make a token here. Okay. Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm bringing in 2 copies of the Flute. I have enough bad cards in my deck where I think it's worth it. Even shutting down Cranioplating can be good. Yeah, I mean, this thing is 8, like, what do I even do? Like, I need to draw, like, Karn, I guess? Does this... Oh, it gives it Trample? Oh, and they didn't make another token here, but, like, yeah, I mean, this is a 15/8 Trampler. That's ridiculous. Okay. Oh, wait, this isn't even enough. What the hell am I doing? All right. I'm not even thinking. I should have double blocked with the Thought-Knot Seers. I don't know what made me think that that double block was going to work. Emery, okay. I mean, I thought my hand was fine, and it's not even like their hand wasn't even that good. It's just they drew Urza Saga, right? Yeah, I mean, this is so embarrassing here. Like, yeah. I mean, Affinity and the Mirror, like my suite of cards is just not ideal. All right. So let us bring in... Actually, I'm going to just... Because I'm never going to be searching for these with the Karn. So let's just bring all of them in. I think Chalice is very good on the play. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if this is like the type of matchup where I just like take all of these out. Where I'm just like, you know what? Ugin's Labyrinth is still like a colorless land, but these cards are just so bad that like maybe I just take all of them out and just try to play like a Karn Eldrazi deck and hope that that's good enough. Like maybe that's the correct strategy here. Like maybe bring this in as well. I guess we'll keep one Ugin in. Sure. Okay. On the play, Ugin's Labyrinth, but like I mentioned, it's not going to be easy to get good things with the Labyrinth, but I'm going to keep this because I do have the Karn, and hopefully we draw a 7-drop. But we do have Urza's Tower map into Mind Stone. I mean, if I draw a 7-drop off the top, I can play the Glaring Fleshraker on 2. We're going to lead with the tower, though, and go tower map. I mean, if I draw a power plant or a mine, that's going to be insane. Like, those are going to be insane draws. Like, 7-drop, Eldrazi Temple, or power plant mine. So that's like 16 insane outs, right? Yeah, I mean, they've had incredible starts here, but I do feel like the affinity deck, I mean, that's what this affinity deck does. So I shouldn't be like super, upset, but, they did unban Mox Opal. It's a very strong card. Come on. Wastes. Not a good option here. Kind of just want to kill this Emery. Like, they can get so much value off of this card. I do have the Warping Whale. If I kill the Ornithopter, they can just play it again, right? I mean, this is still okay. Like, waiting to figure out what to sack with the map is always fine. Urza Saga, obviously, super sad. It looks like they have Metallic Rebuke up. And we have a Kozilek's Command. Huh. This is actually super interesting, because, like, it's in my best interest to play Mindstone. I'm going to, but if they counter this, it feels pretty bad. Okay, good. I should just get Eldrazi Temple here. And if they go end of turn Urza Saga, they shouldn't have the mana to play Rebuke, and then I can kill the token with Kozilek's Command and go to town. Like, as much as I want Tron, like, I gave myself a couple of chances to draw a Tron land, but I just, like, I want to guarantee the Temple because I still have 2 really good ways to use the Temple, right? Springleaf Drum. Oh, that was really good. So let's see. Boom, 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 make a token. I mean, they can main phase make a token. So let's see. Tap, 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 make a token, and then Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, that's really good. They do only have 2 cards left, so we gotta, just be mindful of that as well. So here's I mean, I can use the Kozilek's Command in response here. It just feels very weak, right? So I think, I mean, I'm going to get rebuked, but that's okay. Let's see. Exile target creature, mana value X or less, and I suppose draw a card. And I'll still make a chump blocker, so that's good. Yeah, I'll keep this member. All right. So we have Karn, obviously, which is extremely strong. Not sure what to get, though. There's Ensnaring Bridge, which means they're going to have to find an answer for that. We have Extinguisher Battleship, but I don't have the mana for that yet. What happened here? Okay, sure. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to dismember this token right now. Okay, Springleaf Drum. It's a 5/5. There's a land. I can still dismember it. Okay, Thoughtcast, sure. Only if they play like a 0-mana artifact, this goes pretty poorly for me. Okay, so that is a mine, which we will play. Okay, so now what do I do? I mean, certainly we play the Karn, right? And then we just see what they do. Oh, not that. So Rebuke doesn't work. Oh, they made a token. Gonna kill that in response. All right. So I can choose to get something really, really good here. I got to figure out what it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get an Extinguisher Battleship, which can be quite strong. It kills my Fleshraker, though. I boarded in most of the really good stuff, though. That's the thing. Ensnaring Bridge buys me a lot of time. But then the question is, can I kill my opponent after I get the bridge? The problem is, like, Liquid Metal Coating doesn't do that much. You know, before I got the coating and I didn't like it, I'm going to just get the battleship, because last time I did this, my opponent just, like, killed my Karn. I guess they can get a Shadow Spear. No, but they can't activate it. They can't activate it because I have the Karn in play, right? Okay. Like, certainly I'm chumping here, and it really depends on what they get and how many artifacts they have. To, like, if I can wipe the board with the Extinguisher Battleship, obviously I'm going to do that. But if I'm not capable of doing that, then, you know, it is what it is. They basically have access to no mana here. A block. So let's see. I can kill one of these artifacts with Karn by plussing. That makes them 6/6s. I can... Oh, they're doing something. What are they doing? Oh, Kappa Cannoneer? Okay. Well, that changes things, right? Because now this is a 5/5, and I can't kill that with the battleship. Kozilek's Command. Wow. Okay. So before I thought I could maybe battleship everything away, but now I think we play a slower game here and just Karn for the Ensnaring Bridge. And then they just can't attack me. I guess I could have exiled the Extinguisher Battleship, but this all still seems fine. Especially because we have this Kozilek's Command that I can cast for 3 right now. Thoughtcast is good. So what do I do with this Kozilek's Command? I mean, probably just like... Do I just like make a million tokens? Wait, what does this say? Okay, yeah, so Glaring Fleshraker can actually just kill them. So we can just lean on that as our win condition here. Assuming they don't draw a million cards. Alright, that's an Urza Saga. Although I suppose I can wait on it too. Pinnacle Emissary. Okay. It's a Mox Opal. Sure. What do I want to do now? I mean, I just want to keep digging, right? So they have 1 card. Let's cast this. Scry X, draw 1, make a bunch of tokens. Do I sack these as well? I'll do it one more. Like, I can still play the battleship if I need. And I'm not worrying about the constructs right now. Hell of a game, right? I mean, if they have a counterspell, they should certainly use it. Like, either I go for like a big command or go for like a really small one. But I still wanted to leave myself outs to be able to cast the battleship. All right, so that the last card was consigned to memory. And that is an Ugin's Labyrinth. Okay. I guess I don't need to cast this just yet. And now I can just start, like, munching through their stuff. Let's kill you. So these are 8/8s. Let's play Ugin's Labyrinth. Exile this for now. And pass. This way their flyers can't attack me. I mean, presumably they have like some way to kill Karn. I don't know. These card draw effects are so strong though. It's just like, it just gives them so many more good redraws. There's a land. They get to make another big thing. They do have Otawara in their deck too, so I do need to be mindful of that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was good. Let's turn you off. Let's play Expedition Map. So we can use that to get a power plant. Do they have an Otawara? This just feels very, very shady. The thing is, if they have Otawara, like, what can I even do? Like, I can kill these 3, but I lose all my other creatures. That's the problem. Do I lose if they have Otawara on Ensnaring Bridge? I do have enough blockers, I think, for the most part. Yeah, it felt like they had an Otawara. Really good find there for the opponent. The thing is, I can't lean on the I can't lean on it forever, the Ensnaring Bridge. But basically, it's like if we don't, like, we need to not die this turn. That's all. I assume they're going to want the Shadow Spear. They can't get Cranial Plating. I'm going to have access to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Why didn't they attack with these tokens? Oh, Karn is dead. Yeah, okay, that's a problem. Okay. Thought Not Seer. Okay, that's good. Hold on. The question is whether or not I should be looking to kill them with the Extinguisher Battleship somehow. And lose out on my Glaring Flesh Raker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that... Alright. Ugin! Okay! Is that a colored spell? That is, right? Okay. That was huge. Gain some life, draw some cards, play a Mind Stone. Can't kill anything. And we are running out of time too, so I gotta be careful. Station this as a big blocker. All right. Okay, we should have this now. Keep drawing cards. Keep drawing cards. Play a bubble. Done. I just need to be able to kill them in time somehow. How do I use my Ugin? That's my question. Actually, hold on. I'm definitely feeling some pressure here. Okay. What does the ultimate do? I can get a bunch of lands, sure. All right, well, this is a hell of a first match. Could I have won some other way? Possibly. What do we chalice for? I can't think right now, so I'm going to pass before I figure out what to chalice for. I don't think chalicing for 5 was correct. Chalice for 2, maybe? No, chalice for 1, because of Consigned to Memory. After I play the map. Okay. I need to find, like, Glaring Fleshraker. Or Walking Ballista. That also lets me get it done. God, I'm going to time out. Oh, well. Okay, this is fine. There it is. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just in case. Let's do this for 10. Whew, what a game. What a game. All right. Yep. This is what happens when you have somebody who pilots a deck suboptimally, trying their best, but we still got there with a minute to go. Woo! Alrighty. We are on the play. Wait, no, we're on the draw, but we have an Ugin's Labyrinth with a 7-drop, so we are absolutely keeping this hand. So this is a turn 2 Karn hand. We get to go turn 1 Labyrinth, exile all his dust, play Mind Stone, keep up Dismember, and then on turn 2, I can either go Karn or like play a Kozilek's Command for 2. So this is the type of hand that's probably good in most matchups. Let's keep. Oh, Plains? Some kind of Death and oh, no. Steel Shaper's Gift. Ay, okay. Quarry Steel Cutter. Okay. Actually, I don't mind Quarry Steel Cutter. All right, so Ugin's Labyrinth. All is Dust. 2 mana. Mind Stone. I don't even know if playing Karn is better than, like, playing Thought-Knot Seer. We'll see. Okay, they just played Urza's Saga. Stoneforge Mystic? Okay. Can I pop it out? Okay. Okay, so they're trying to, like, value me out with Quarry Steel Cutters? That's okay. Let's dismember this. See what they're working with. The Thought-Knot Seer seems pretty good here. Colossus Hammer. I'm just going to take the hammer. I feel like that's how I lose. So they have 2 Quarry Steel Cutters and a bunch of lands. Okay. Stoneforge Mystic. Wow. Okay. Are they going to get a hammer? Is it hammer time? There's a hammer. They can also get a hammer this way too, right? So it's like I can't actually stop the hammer stuff from happening. I'm just going to keep up Kozilek's command. I don't really know what's going to happen here. I'm just going to keep up Kozilek's command. Like this way, if they like try to equip something and go crazy, like I can kill it and then like make a bunch of tokens or something. You know what I mean? Like how do they beat an ensnaring bridge? If I Kozilek's command, generate 3 mana, kill their thing, then I have access to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. And then I can like Karn Ensnaring Bridge or Thought-Knot Seer, etc. So they didn't make any tokens. They have a hammer in hand and a Quarry Steel Cutter. Presumably they have some way to attach the hammer to things. It's a Shadow Spear, okay. Trample and Lifelink, okay. Sorry, what is happening here? It's a Quarry Steel Cutter, yeah. Sunbait Canyon, okay. So I know about the hammer, I don't know about any of the other stuff. They can just cast the hammer and just try to hit me. Which maybe I'm supposed to let resolve, I don't know. Oh, another Steel Cutter? Oh, did they have both? Yeah, maybe they did. Yeah, so let's cast this. Because I'm going to cast this no matter what. I could dig, but let's just kill. Let's just. I think we can like win a fair game too. Because I can even all his dust if I need to, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Devour of Destinies. Well, that's also amazing. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know about the hammer. They don't have a way to give lifelink, maybe? I don't know. They don't have any creatures in play. That's the thing, right? So, like, to be able to play 2 spells, have creatures, and then attach seems like a tall order. And we have a lethal attack next turn. Is this also a matchup where I want to bring in the silly flute? I don't know. Okay, well, this is obviously insane for us. I think we just win here. Never mind. Mox Opal into Steel Shaper's Gift. Okay. So they have some chump blockers here. They're not attacking us. And an Ugin's Labyrinth, which is just a colorless source here. 2, 3, 4. I have access to 3 mana with Karn. We have a Walking Ballista, but that's not good enough. Again, I wish I had the Filigree Silex thing. That would just win me the game. I should definitely put that card back in. Okay, they're digging. It feels hard for me to lose if I just cast Thought Knots here. So I'm going to go with that. Colossus Hammer, Quarry Steelcutter, Ornithopter. Wow. Let's see, this gives flying. But they can give haste. Is there a way I lose if they do this? Like Ornithopter, give it haste, hammer, land, attach. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Steelcutter. They're at 4 life. It's just an extra creature as well. So there's the Sunbaked Canyon, sacrifice. I mean, they're certainly doing a good job of not dying. There's Ornithopter. Feel like I'm going to bring in Chalice in this matchup. They just have like infinite 0s and 1s in their deck. Even on the draw. Warping Whale is also fine. Like, killing Stoneforge Mystic is fine. I mean, the worst case scenario here is like I have to get Ensnaring Bridge. Portable Hole. Okay. Probably kill my spawn. They targeted the Mind Stone. Okay. Kozilek's Command. That's a really good draw. Two, three, four, five. I can't play Sire of Seven Deaths, sadly. They're going to block Ornithopter here. Okay. Gotta think here. I think I'm just going to kill the Monk token. Target. Kill this. Because now I'm getting close to just being able to get a Ballista and kill my opponent too. All they have is like 2 planes and a Mox Opal. Sigarda's Aid. Am I dead? Did I die? Whenever an equipment you control enters, you may attach it to target creature you control. Oh my gosh. 14. I mean, I think we just have to block everything, right? Just to, like, not die. Do they have 2 Colossus Hammers? I think they might have. Wow, we just died. They just found Sigarda's Aid and died. I guess I was supposed to Karn. This is crazy. I thought for sure we won this game. Holy cow. Okay. That is the power of this deck. I 1000% misplayed here. I should have saved the removal spell. I just didn't think I was going to die. And that is 100% on me. So, hey, you know what? The way that I look at it, like, I'm not even mad. Like, that's just a learning moment, right? It's just like, oh, I messed up. And that was 100% a learning moment. And we move on. Like, the flute doesn't even do anything. Bridge is interesting. Man, that was awful. Do I bring in the Stone Brain? I just feel like I need to do everything in my power to try to slow down their nonsense. The thing is, what do I even have to search for? Is it just Ensnaring Bridge? Like, I'm wondering how good Karn the Great Creator is here. Wow. I mean, I am stunned. Like, I could not have played that game any worse. The thing is, am I ever searching for this card? I suppose I am. No, let's just cut one of the Flesh Rakers. I don't know. Man, that was so bad. Gonna keep this hand. It's actually really interesting what I lead with here. I'm gonna go with Tower. This gives me the most upside, because if I draw Power Plant or Mine, my hand is insane. Like, the only way temple is better is if I draw a temple or if I draw another temple, right? Which is pretty unlikely. Oh, man. Okay. Shake it off. Glaring Fleshraker. Okay, well, we're going to just play that. Hopefully we don't die on turn 3. I mean, the alternative was to, like... I just feel like playing this just sets me up so well. Oh, that's really good. Like, if I draw a land, I can still just play Thought-Knot Seer. Okay. Honestly, I probably should. All right, let's play this for Disruption. Double Pierce Steel Paladin and a Colossus Hammer. So let's take the hammer. Let's attack. There's the Inkmoth Nexus. Pierce Steel. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. So they can still get the Colossus Hammer here. Metalcraft, as long as you have 3 or more artifacts, and they do. There's the hammer. Okay, at least they can't move at instant speed, so like we might be able to just like play Get Ensnaring Bridge going. Or I can... Well, no, playing the flute on this isn't particularly good, right? Alright, they're at 12 life. I can play Karn, get a mana, but then that doesn't do enough. Well, let's go ahead and play Mind Stone. Hold on. Maybe just playing the Glaring Fleshraker is good. So if I play the Fleshraker into the Mind Stone, I get 2 tokens. Then I play Expedition Map and get 2 more tokens. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, and I get a token off of that too. Yeah, we definitely want to do this. Okay. This is mana neutral. They're at 8. Okay, 1. Are they just dead? I didn't even think, like, I didn't even realize I just had them dead. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. I take it back, Glaring Fleshraker. I'll keep you in, I guess. They don't have a lot of removal, so if I play this on turn 2, maybe it's quite strong. But then what do I cut? You know what? Honestly, it's one of these like mega expensive cards. These at least are interactive in some way. It could just be Sire of 7 Deaths. Just like 1. Like All Is Dust kills everything. Ugin kills something, gains me some life. So yeah, let's cut a Sire of 7 Deaths and try to make sure we play a bunch of cheap stuff. Man, that makes me feel worse because we definitely should have won that first game. So this is a really interesting hand. I have a Dismember for interaction, Devour of Destinies to hopefully find a mana source. But even if I do, I'm just so far away from doing anything, although Chalice is extremely strong. I don't think this hand is good enough, though. I'm going to mulligan. All right, I will keep this. Wow, this hand is really decent. Okay, hold on. Whew! That scared me. I guess it's just this, right? Like, I just want to go turn 1 map, I think. I can also get rid of Warping Whale. Maybe getting rid of Warping Whale is okay. Sure, let's get rid of Warping Whale. Okay. Turn 1, Sigarda's Aid. Yikes. Okay. Do any of these look good? I mean, yes. The answer is yes. Kozilek's Command or Dismember? That's a close one. I'm going to go with Dismember. Kozilek's Command has way, way more upside. Ha, son of a gun. Needle? Ugh, on Expedition map? Well, I'm glad I kept the Ugin's Labyrinth, right? Golly. Well, I can still naturally draw a tower, I guess. Man, that stinks. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm very happy that I kept the Ugin's Labyrinth over Warping Whale. Okay, I get. Oh, okay. So we'll play Labyrinth. This. And we'll play Glaring Fleshraker. All right. Well, I mean, now I kind of wish I had the Kozilek's thing, but whatever. Like, it is what it is. They got a Colossus Hammer. They have Urza Saga. This, I don't know where to put this. There we go. Colossus Hammer is in play. It doesn't give haste, right? Oh, I don't have mana to dismember it? Well, that's just... Well, that just stinks. Yeah. I mean, look, it was going to be really tough to beat this. Like, I feel like I should be playing the Glaring Fleshraker there instead of keeping up Dismember. It's just like playing a little bit too scared. And it's like, if on turn 3, they can... I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. That's an Eldrazi Temple. I mean, we're just like super dead now, right? Man, that sucks. Oh, it doesn't fly. Oh. Okay. It doesn't fly. So we can chump with the spawn and hope to just keep drawing colorless cards. Okay. Jump. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Holy guacamole. You know, part of me actually considered, like, maybe there was no reason to play the temple. Maybe I should have played the power plant for exactly this reason. And now, like, this feels quite bad. But it is what it is. Oh, they're gonna get another equipment and I'm just... Oh, I guess I'm not dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this. Actually, they can... Like, I want to get this back and then play it. I guess they can look for an equipment that gives trample. So if they have a Shadow Spear, that might actually be better. Yep. I mean, I could have killed this. I just don't want to take more damage. Oh, God, this is so sick. Oh, no, I have to kill this one. But it doesn't, no, they can equip it anyways. All right, we lose. All right, you know what? This one was like, this game I don't know that I could have sequenced one of my lands a little bit better, but I think I was going to die anyways. I 100% should have won that first game. All right, let's do one more match to see if we can go 2-1. Definitely learning a lot here. Deck is definitely powerful, but I have a lot to learn with sequencing. Sequencing is so important with this deck. All right, on the play here. Ugin's Labyrinth, 7-drop. Yep, we're going to keep this. Let's exile the Ugin. We have a turn 2 Glaring Fleshraker into turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer. And we also have a Dismember, so... Although we're playing against a combo deck. Oh, it's Belcher! That's another one I want to showcase. The Belcher's a cool deck. And there's not a damn thing I can do. Other than playing a 2-2 on turn 2. That's all I got. I mean, honestly, well, I do have 2 Thought-Knot Seers, so we got something. Get a tower going. All right. I will take all Belcher type cards. All right. So Force of Negation, I don't care about. Flare of Denial, they need a creature. Okay. Stern Scolding, I don't care about. What does Tameshi do? And then there's also 2 War of Inventions. I guess we'll take the War of Inventions, right? They don't even have a land here. They're kind of in trouble. Power Plant. Attack for 6. I mean, we're representing a lethal attack next turn. We have Thought-Knot Seer here that they can't really do anything about. The Lotus Bloom does come into play next turn, so obviously that's scary. But if I get the War of Invention, I feel like we're okay, right? So let's see. What if I take Tameshi? Because then they don't even have a creature. And they have access to 5 mana, and they War of Invention for 2? And they can't even kill me. Alright, let's take Tameshi. Because they can do some stuff with Tameshi and generating a bunch of extra mana. Right? Tameshi plus Lotus is a nice combo. So Lotus Bloom comes in. But they are not close to having the mana here to just Belcher me out. Because it's 4 mana to play the Belcher and 3 mana to activate. And there we go. Turn 2 Fleshraker for the win. Alright, how do I want to sideboard here? Well, All Is Dust is unplayable. Stonebrain I certainly need in my sideboard. I'll bring in the Vexing Bauble for Lotus Bloom. I'll also bring in Chalice for Lotus Bloom. These are the kinds of cards that you just want to draw naturally. Torpor Orb doesn't do anything. Cage doesn't do much. Oh, Flute for sure. I think I also just bring in all the flutes. All right. Dismember looks pretty bad. Warping Whale looks pretty bad. They don't have that many sorceries from what I saw. I mean, this kills Tameshi, I guess, but so does Disruptor Flute, right? Maybe Chalice is bad. It only stops Lotus Bloom, and this stops Lotus Bloom, but also stops all their free spells. Yeah, I'll still just bring it in. Like, I don't need all these expensive cards. Maybe I want the mana. All right, whatever. I think I got close. Like, maybe I want Dismember for... Oh, no. I needed Dismembers. Oh, I haven't submitted yet. Yes. You're, No, I did submit. Don't they have, like, the Magus of the Moon card? I forgot about that card. Yeah. Hold on, let me look it up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, did I just... Oh, no. I might have skipped ahead. Well, here we are. Now, if I did skip ahead, they have Waterlogged Teachings. I top decked the Karn, played it. And... I mean, they obviously can get some kind of counterspell here. Flare of Denial. They can't cast that, can they? What do they do? Oh, Force of Negation, sure. All right, I'm not going to play the Expedition map this time, I promise. Looks like another Whir. Yeah. So they did have the Whir. So I'm glad I went for the Karn. Oh, Kozilek's Command. Super interesting. I mean, I'm definitely playing it. The question is, like, for how much? I want to be able to play a Karn, right? So... I'm just going to play it for infinite. I'm just going to make a bunch of tokens, and then... Let me look at their counter suite. And I'll just play around Jwari Disruption, I guess. Because all the tokens... Because all the tokens tap for mana anyways. Nope. Ah, my opponent also ran into my Chalice. Oh, I see. Wait, no. Well, you can replicate it and counter this, right? All right, you know what? I'll take it. I won the match. There you have it. I mean, this entire thing was just me trying to figure out what to do. But you know what? At the end of the day, we managed to get there with 2-1. And, you know, this is like showcasing that, like, a person who's still not super familiar with this deck can still win a bunch of matches. Because, like, for me, I haven't played Modern in like 2 years, right? So from this point on, I'm going to be practicing more Modern. I might even do some streams, but I just want to make sure that I at least know what's going on for the Pro Tour, which is why I'm practicing this format, right? And so certainly I could have sequenced things better. I absolutely should have beaten the red-white opponent, the Hammer Time opponent in round 2. So, you know, if things kind of fell into place the right way, I could have been 3-0. I absolutely could have been 3-0 in this video. So that's just, of course, a testament to the power level of this deck. I plan on maybe showcasing 1 or 2 more other decks. Let me know if you are interested in seeing other Modern decks piloted by somebody who's still learning the format, but at least I'm talking through my plays, right? But yeah, anyways, I mean, this was still pretty fun. That first match was insane, super intense against Affinity. If I were to make a change for this deck, I would probably try to find a way to fit in one copy of the Filigree Silex in my sideboard. There were a couple of opportunities where it would have been really, really strong. So I think it's versatile enough where I should bring it in. But all in all, really strong. I do like the Glaring Flesh Rakers. There is a version with Tezzeret and a bunch of 1-drops. If you feel like there's going to be more combo decks, I think that's a good direction to go. But I don't mind the Flesh Rakers. It just gives you another solid, cheap play that, if left unchecked, can potentially snowball the game and generate a ton of tokens for you, and also deal a bunch of damage. So it's another like alternate win condition. But all in all, I think the Eldrazi Tron is a completely solid option for anybody looking to play Modern that also doesn't necessarily want to play like the hardest deck in the format, because for this, it's about sequencing your mana. But I think this is one of the easier decks to play compared to some of the other, like I said before, that Amulet Titan deck, no shot. All I've been doing is watching Pyotr Glogovsky's videos, Canister's videos, like stream VODs. And even he, who's like the master of that deck, is like running low on time when he wins his matches. So if I played, 100% timing out. So I'm just not going to even bother playing that deck. I'm just going to watch stream VODs to get better. But yeah, slowly kind of figuring out what I should be doing in Modern. I think another week of testing, because I'm giving myself 2 weeks to test for the format, I'll have a better sense. But for now, we're still learning together, hopefully, and maybe we can have a better performance in the next video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. It's a really great place to join a community of folks looking to up their limited game. Really awesome group of people in there as well. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes or singles, let's say you want to buy some Spider-Man boxes or some singles for your constructed decks, your modern decks even, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. You need deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all that good stuff to make sure you're ready to go for your next tabletop gaming experience. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.